Hi everyone! So today we're going to be cooking from the Disney Princess Healthy Treats Cookbook, and we're going to be making one of the breakfast items, and it in fact is the first recipe in the cookbook. It's Aurora's Overnight Oat Parfait. I love a good overnight oat. You can see the picture there, the pretty picture. In terms of ingredients and difficulty, this seems pretty straightforward. The ingredients are things like chia seeds, milk, oats, some fresh fruit like blackberries and blueberries, and a couple other things. And for the milk, it does say you can use dairy or plant-based milk, so whatever your dietary restrictions are, you can use all of them. All right, be back soon. Okay, so I'm about to put together my Aurora Overnight Oats Parfait. I love overnight oats. I think they're great. They're quick to make. I do them a lot on a Sunday afternoon, which is ironically what today is, where I will whip them together, put them in my jars, put them in the fridge, and then I've got a quick, easy breakfast I can grab throughout the week. This overnight oats recipe is a little different because it's overnight oats parfait. So this one, instead of kind of mixing everything together in the mason jar or maybe in a container and then pouring it in the mason jars, I'm actually going to kind of layer all the ingredients in there to give it that parfait look. So in this recipe, I have the chia seeds with the milk in this bowl, and then I have the oats with the milk in this bowl. And with the oats also is some little extra flavors and seasonings, and just a heads up, if you're wondering what the sweetener is in this recipe, it's actually maple syrup. Then I have my blueberries, my blackberries here in the colander, rinsed and cleaned and ready to go. All right, so I'm gonna take my mason jar. I went with the blue. I love my blue mason jars. I love Aurora's blue dress more than her pink dress. I'm always a little bummed when I go to Disney World and I see her in the pink dress because I much prefer the blue one. Either way, I'm going to start. It says to start with a half a cup of the oat mixture and then the chia pudding. So I'm going to go ahead, just kind of eyeball this with some of the oat mixture in the bottom. I do have a half a cup measuring cup here. I'm going to use that to layer in the chia next. And then, put that out. And then I've got my blueberries and blackberries, which I'm going to sprinkle in. Get a little bit more in here of some of those blueberries. And the thing does mention too that if you have some blackberries that are bigger, you may want to cut them in half so they fit better. Mine were a decent size, so I thought we were okay, and I did not do that. And another thing I should note as I'm layering this here, I choose to use oat milk. I'm going to get my chia seeds here. All right, and there you go. I've got the overnight oat parfait. You can kind of see the layers there between the oats, the chia seeds, and the fruit in there. The fruit gets a little bit lost, topped in there. I will finish filling these mason jars. I will put them in the fridge and I'll try my first one tomorrow and report back how it tastes. Good morning, it's Monday morning and it's time to eat my overnight oats, my Aurora overnight oats I put together. All right, I'm gonna get a little bite here. I've got some fruit, some of the chia seeds, and some of the oatmeal as well, or the oats since it was kind of parfait as a layer. Oh, get a little bit more. Very tasty. If you're not familiar with chia seeds or overnight oats, I really like them. I think they're delicious, so I think this would be a good way to try them. They're not overly sweet. They were sweetened with maple syrup, so I'm getting a little bit of that, but it's not a super sweet dish, which I can appreciate. It feels just feels good. You know, get a little bit of chia there from the chia seeds in your mouth, but overall, that's pretty good. I really like overnight oats and chia. I've done them before, so to me this was a really nice addition, not super different than other things that I've done. Overall, enjoyable. Let's do the rankings. So one of the difficulty rankings I have is the ingredients, which is on a scale of 1 to 5 in terms of how difficult are the ingredients to find, how expensive are they, things like that. I'd probably give this a 1.5 to 2. For me, it was pretty inexpensive because I have chia seeds, I have oats, I had maple syrup. So the only thing I really had to buy was the fruit and the milk, which I always have milk on hand either way. So, I mean, it was pretty low key for me. If you don't have those ingredients, those could be a little expensive to get started, but otherwise, I think they're pretty easy as far as that difficulty goes in the ingredients. And I also going to give it a 1 in difficulty.
it's really easy to make. You just take your few ingredients, you mix them together, you layer it in a parfait, you throw it in a jar, it's done overnight. It literally took me, I think the longest thing was you had to let the oats and stuff sit for about 10 minutes before you could start putting the parfait together. Otherwise, really easy. Great recipe. Would I make this again? Probably will. If I were rating a 1 to 5 on definitely gonna, or 1 being not gonna make it again, to 5 being definitely making it again, I would probably give it a 5. I think it's a really nice recipe. I like overnight oats, and I've had some recipes through the years, and I could see incorporating this one into my routine.